92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I think one of the best things that you can do on a first date is take a girl that you don't even know down a remote road where nobody's at.
No.
And it's just you two together.
No.
That's the most romantic thing that I can think of.
If you want to get maced, maybe.
That's what Kenny did on his first date.
What?
Yeah. So you guys say that now. You say, oh, that sounds super creepy, but that's what he did. He took her hiking.
It's
Oh.
That's not the same
Exactly.
thing.
Yes, it is. It is
No,
the
it is
exact
not.
It really is.
I never thought of it like that.
That's what Kenny decided to do on his first date with the girl that he wants us to call today. I don't think it was as creepy as I made it sound.
Yeah.
Unless you want to correct me on that, Kenny.
No, I mean, it was definitely not that creepy.
Okay. All right, just checking. I don't know. You said you took her hiking in your email, so that's all I thought about. Maybe I'm the problem here, Kenny.
Really?
So
Maybe.
tell us a little bit about the girl that you want us to call today. We know you took her hiking. We'll get into that in a second. But where'd you meet her?
I met her out at a bar. We have some mutual friends, and all I heard was that she was recently single, and I was interested, and I asked her out.
Was it like a setup thing where your friends are like, hey, this girl, she's single, come to the bar, she's there too?
No, not really. I mean, we all just happened to be in the same place at the same time, and I just found out she was single. So,
Okay.
And that's when you said, hey, do you want to come down a dark road with me tomorrow?
Yeah, that's not exactly how I said it, but yeah, I did ask her to go hiking.
Okay. And why hiking? I think that's a fine first date. I think a lot of people would like that, but why choose hiking instead of meeting up for coffee or food or
I
whatever?
love the outdoors. I love living up here, and I just think it's a great first date activity. I mean, one that's like you relieve stress, you kind of relax. Two, you're definitely in beautiful nature. And for me, the other thing is it's free.
That's another very good point.
Bonus.
Yeah, it is free.
Kenny, do you know, is she an outdoorsy person too? Because I know girls sometimes love it or hate it.
She was into it. I mean, she was certainly keeping up with me on the trail. She didn't complain.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, that's the
And
best
I-
part when you're in better shape and you get like ahead of them and you're just like, hurry up! Come on! Is this your first time? That's always fun to do too,
Yeah, if they're lagging behind, I normally get, a little concerned. But she was keeping up.
Okay. And I hike quite a bit. There's a lot of time for conversation or lack thereof. Was it easy to talk to her?
It was. I mean, I thought she was really funny, and I've been on a lot of dates where you just go out and have drinks, and I don't know. I never really know what's really happening or what's the liquor talking or whatever. And up there, it's just like you're away from it all.
Yeah.
And she was funny and had a great time, I thought.
So she's obviously not calling you back. Did anything happen on the hike at all? Was there any awkward moments?
Not that I had noticed. The only awkward moment I noticed was afterwards. We went down and we went over to this grocery store to get some water, and we were just kind of hanging around. And I was like, you know what? I'm a pretty good chef. I like to cook a lot. And I was like, now that the hike went well, maybe I'll make her dinner or something. So I said, hey, can I cook you dinner tonight? Thinking
Nice.
we'd still go out. It's a Saturday.
Right.
And she just sort of responded with, no, I have to get up early. I'm like, well, do you work tomorrow? She goes, no, I just have to get up early. I'm like, well, tomorrow's Sunday. Okay. Really bummed me out.
Did she seem upset about something?
No, I mean, if anything, she's like, we'll do it some other night. And I was
Okay.
like, great. I mean, we didn't make any specific plans, but I don't know. It just seemed weird, and
Yeah.
that's why I called you guys.
Especially if you felt like you had a good time and for her to just be like, no, I got to get up early in the morning on a Sunday.
No excuse.
And no excuse, like nothing good to say about like, yeah, I have to get up early for church or I have to get up early for anything. I mean,
And there's not a woman that I know that would say no to a man cooking them dinner.
Yeah.
It's a very rare offer.
Right? I mean, I know. I'm like, that's my thing, I'm a good cook. She just wasn't into it, or I thought. I'm not really sure what she was thinking.
how many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your date?
I texted her Sunday, kind of like had a great time. I called her Sunday, told her I had a great time. Let me know when we can get together again. No response. And then I texted her on Tuesday,
Okay.
and that was a while ago.
And how
so-
long ago was your date?
It was a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago. All right, so that's a long time to not hear anything from her.
Yeah.
All right, man, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, Kenny, are you about ready to give Alexa a call and find out why you're not getting a call back for a second date?
Let's do it.
All right, if you're just tuning in, Kenny took Alexa on a hike. After the hike, they were at the grocery store to get some water and stuff, and he said, hey, why don't I make you dinner tonight? And she said, no, I have to get up early. And he hasn't heard from her since, so he's wondering what went wrong on their date. And Kenny, I didn't ask you, at any point during your date, did you show her your junk?
Nah, Didn't happen.
Hey, you're on a hike, and that's kind of, standard operation for me when I'm on a hike. I know that. Last time I was on a hike, I got junk thrown at me left and right just from random people out there. So, but I'm just making sure because actually that seems to happen a lot in second date updates. We call and they're like, oh, yeah, they decided to show me a picture on their phone. You never did that move at any point.
No, didn't pull that one.
Okay.
Not even like peed on a tree or anything when you're out there.
No.
Nothing?
All right.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial the phone number, see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go, man.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Alexa, please?
this is.
Alexa, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. What's going on, Alexa?
Okay.
All right. The reason why I'm calling you, Alexa, is because one of our listeners emailed us about you. His name is Kenny, and you guys recently went on a date.
And he emailed you about it?
Yes, he did. Because he wants to know why you're not calling him back. He would love to see you again, and says that at the end of your date, you even said, like, hey, maybe we'll go out another time, and he hasn't heard anything from you. So Kenny emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone and ask you if he did something wrong.
That is incredibly weird.
I know. I understand this is like a weird phone call to get, but would you
Yeah.
mind telling us if you enjoyed going out with Kenny?
Well, I guess since you're already calling, I mean, we went on a hike, and the hike was fine. We were getting along, but the end of the date got really weird, and so I haven't called him.
It got really weird.
Okay.
Because when we talked to Kenny about your date, he didn't mention anything weird happening.
He had a great
You
time.
talked to him on the phone?
Mm-hmm. We did. He said that everything seemed normal.
This is a first in my dating life, I gotta say. This is
Well, what happened that was so weird?
Well, I mean, it wasn't so much weird as it was humiliating.
Whoa.
He humiliated you?
Oh, no.
What did he do that was humiliating?
We, got our bottles of water, and we were walking out of the store, and we, walked past the pharmacy area, and he saw this acne medicine, and he pulls me over by it. He's like, oh, you should really try this. It's really good, and it could really help you.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious.
Do you have
Wow. What did you say when he said that to you?
I think, all the blood drained from my face, and then all of the blood came to my face, and I was, blushing, beet red, absolutely mortified. I mean, it was the most humiliating experience since middle school. It was.
Yeah.
Do you think he realized what he said to you?
I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't care either. I'd be like, hey, you're an a-hole.
Yeah.
I mean, I could not believe that happened in real life.
And it was.
And then he's like, "Oh, do you want to come over? I'll make you dinner."
So you're like, why? So you can make me dinner and then, let me try some more of your acne products?
Yeah, tell me what else I can fix about myself, ass.
Oh
Jeez.
my god.
Was there?
All
I
right.
mean, was there any time during the hike that maybe you guys I don't know, somehow got on the subject of how hard it is to have acne or something?
No,
Oh God.
first date material. No.
So you're just walking along and he stops and goes, hey, try this acne medication. It might work for you.
It might help you. It could really help you. Is what he said.
That's messed up.
What the? And then apparently he calls the radio station.
Yeah. If he's not that aware to know that that's something wrong to say to somebody, I can imagine being at your house cooking hey, I'm not using butter in this.
Right.
Just so the complexion thing, you know?
Weigh me when I come to your house. What?
Jeez.
What?
What would you say to him if you could say one thing to him?
Off.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
succinct.
direct.
Alexa, would you like to say that to him? Because he's actually on the phone listening.
I'm so horrified right now.
You should be. You should be. You should be absolutely mortified, just like I was.
In all honesty, can I just tell you I was trying to help you out, if anything? I
don't need your help. I don't need your help.
Kenny, you're digging your ditch even more right now.
Seriously.
My skin is crawling that, I actually spent time with you, and you think you need to help me.
I just figured like it's like a grooming tip, if anything, you know? I don't know why everyone is like laughing and is so horrified. I mean, I was in the situation with her, and I saw the problem, and I was just trying to help. Like, to me, it was a positive move.
Oh my
no
God.
intention of making this an insult.
That's not the kind of help that anybody really wants or needs.
Do you have any read on like other people's emotions, Kenny? Maybe you're just bad.
Seriously, you think I don't know what my face looks like? Like, yes, I had a breakout. Like, I'm PMSing. Like, it happened. Like, you think I need you to tell me that? You're gonna fix me?
Look, I mean, I didn't mean any harm by it. I was just trying to help you out, you know? I mean, I certainly was
You can shove your help up your
Kenny, I don't think anybody wants to have somebody recommend a skin cream to them to help them with whatever acne problems they're having at that moment.
Only
no
their
matter what.
dermatologist.
Yeah, even my mom would do that, and I'd be like, hey, you're a you know what I mean?
Get out of here.
I mean, look, I guess I just wasn't thinking very clearly, and I shouldn't have said anything, and I feel like an idiot right now, and
Good.
I don't know. My buddies and I, we like take care of our skin, we moisturize and all that. We
Yeah, your buddies and you don't have
We're sort of
PMS.
in that vein, and I just was trying to like help, and I don't know, maybe I
Oh my
went too far.
God.
And
Like, can
if
we
I messed
end
it
this?
up, I
Because I'm
understand.
so revolted right now.
I mean, look, it's not about whatever physical things. Like, if I didn't think you were attractive, I wouldn't have called and tried to go on a second date with you.
Good point.
Oh my God, I'm so thrilled you think I'm attractive.
Yeah. He was able to look past the horrible acne, Alexa, and still want to go out on a
I'm not a
second date.
disfigured monster. Thank God.
All right, well, I've got to ask the question. Alexa, would you like to go out on a second date with Kenny?
No.
Kenny,
If it's our first date and he's already trying to find things to fix about me, why the would I waste time on a second one?
Yeah, that's a
All
very
right,
good point.
All right, I got it.
okay, Kenny, you know what? So you understand what you did wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
To tell you the truth, I'm a little surprised and shocked that if you make like one mistake on a date, then it's like someone can be so judgmental and just blow me off.
Oh my God.
You're still doing it, Kenny.
Yeah.
You're calling me judgmental.
Yeah. That's pretty amazing.
I can't believe this is reality right now.
All right, Kenny, well, better luck next time when you're out there in the world dating, okay?
Yep. Thanks, guys.
I think we all learned one very important lesson today, and that's don't ever take girls hiking, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Worst dating idea ever.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Sarah is on the phone this morning. She wants to do a second date update for a guy that she met named Timothy. She thinks that she may have screwed up with Timothy by inviting him to meet her friends too early
Oh, I could see that could happen.
on a first date.
Oh, that is really early.
It's kind of weird.
Jumping the gun there.
I guess her friends have like a game night, and she invited him to come to the game night for a first date.
That's kind of fun, though. I can see either way.
I
mean,
wouldn't
if it
think
was-
that would be awkward. I think that would be okay. Sarah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Whoa.
Oh, hey, Sarah.
You got like quite the voice there, Sarah. Do you just wake up, or is this all the time?
Why? What do you mean?
You sound like
Phone sex.
a phone sex operator. I mean,
Oh, really?
yeah, there's no way to
Yeah.
even gloss over that
Two
fact.
men in this room have lots of experience with it, so they can tell you.
What do you do for a living, Sarah?
Oh, I just do retail.
Did you,
Oh, do
did-
you?
Can I?
Yeah, I mean, you were missing your calling. I will tell you that. Sarah, why don't you tell us a little bit about Timothy, the guy that you want to call today?
Oh, Timothy, he's just a really great guy. Very intelligent, well-read, interesting.
Sarah, is this really your voice?
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
Be mature,
Continue.
you
It's-
guys.
well, come on,
It's
Lydia.
hard
It's
to
hard to
concentrate.
concentrate.
I
and think about
can't
anything
even
else.
concentrate.
Like, tell me about Timothy, and then I feel dirty for asking. So keep telling us about sexy Timothy.
Well, he's a great conversationalist and very deep. And
How did you meet him?
just actually a friend of mine set us up, and he's just, wow, just his aura, too. I just feel like we're different, but I think we complement each other.
Now,
so.
your email that you sent us said you think you freaked him out by having him come over to a game night and meet your friends on a first date.
Well, things were going so well at dinner, and to be honest, I just wanted to still keep it going. And so my friends are having a bunch of people over for food and drinks, and they have like game night. So I'm just worried that, I don't know if he felt too much pressure, maybe they were asking him too many questions, but they're just very open like that, you know.
What was the most, like, blunt question that he was asked?
My friends are very open, so they just wanted to see, like, if he had any set religion or how he felt about gay marriage, like just really everything.
He got grilled.
Heavy topics on a first date.
Wow.
But I think, you know, they thought he was wonderful, like I did, but they can be direct, and the type of person they want me with is someone's very open-minded.
Yeah.
So
Did he seem okay with that?
actually, I don't know. I think he was okay. Sometimes I could tell he was just kind of looking at everyone and observing, but then other times he was definitely participating, but I don't know.
Sarah, did you guys seem to be on the same page with what you were expecting out of the date? Because I feel like sometimes when you introduce him to your friends, and if you had been talking a lot about this guy to your friends, it may come across as you're ready for a relationship and want to make the next move, where maybe he wasn't there quite yet.
Oh, we really didn't talk about it, but I don't know. I really tried to be aware of his energy, and he seemed to be pretty okay. Then suddenly he was like, okay, I think I'll just get going home and I'll call you. So, but he hasn't called.
How long did he hang out with you and your friends?
Like an hour, maybe a little bit more. And I didn't want to be pushing it, but I really feel, you know, when you feel like the universe is kind of like drawn you to someone and that person to you. So
Sarah, are you really into like astrological signs and stuff too?
What do you think?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, I'm wondering if she talked a lot about their auras and the color of them. And
I definitely told him he had a great aura. I mean, I felt it right away. And
did that freak him out?
No, he was like, wow, no one's ever said that to me before. And I said, it's beautiful. It really is.
Nice. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Welcome back to the soothing sounds of today's second date update. Sarah is on the phone with us. Sarah, can you just talk to me for a second and tell me how excited you are to be doing a second date update with us?
Jewel, I am so excited.
This cannot be real, Sarah. Like,
now Sarah's playing into it.
Yeah,
we need to be doing love requests with Sarah, not a second date update.
You do have the best voice by far that we've ever had on the air here.
So it's weird that if Timothy can, in fact, hear, it's weird that he wouldn't be calling you back.
I know, Brooke. That's why I feel like maybe I kind of blew it by introducing him to my really
and you kind of blew it because that was Lydia you're talking to, not even Brooke.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Oh, sorry.
Whatever you say, who cares? You can call me Brooke if you want to. All right, Sarah, we're going to give Timothy a call just to update everybody and make sure that they know what's going on. You met Timothy through a friend of a friend, took him to meet up with a group of your friends for a game night. He was there for about an hour and then took off and won't call you back. And you can't figure out why. You're thinking maybe your friends were a little too hard on him with the questioning.
Yeah, that's I mean, because we had a lot of chemistry.
Did you guys ever kiss or anything? I forgot to ask.
We were very touchy with each other, and we almost kissed.
I don't even know what you just said, Sarah.
It's okay.
Sarah,
Yeah.
if you guys were going to kiss, can you describe how it would happen slowly?
Okay, let's get to
what
calling
exactly would
Timothy.
happen there?
That is enough.
All right, Sarah, we're about to call Timothy and see if we can get him on the phone and get your second date update. Are you ready to go?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
All right.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Timothy, please?
Yeah, this is Timothy.
Hey, man, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Like a radio station?
Like the radio station. The only one. How are you?
I'm good. What are all those voices in the background?
Oh, that would be Brooke, Jose, Lydia Cruz, and then me. I'm Jubal.
We're a whole
Yeah.
show.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Awkward.
I don't listen to the radio that often. I do like podcast stuff.
Nice. Well, we're sort of like a podcast that you can listen to in your car. If you need to. Timothy, we're calling you because you recently went on a date with one of our listeners, and she emailed us to ask us to give you a call and find out why you're not calling her back and don't want to go out with her again.
Wow. Okay. Who was it?
Her name is Sarah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember Sarah.
How could you
She
not?
has a very sultry voice.
You can't forget Sarah.
Yeah, she does. She has a very nice voice.
Did you enjoy your evening with Sarah?
It was going really well at first, and then we went to her friends for a game night, and then it kind of just got weird.
Did they grill you too hard? Because it sounds like they came in pretty heavy with the questioning.
Yeah, I mean, her friends were a little bit weird, and I wasn't expecting it. I don't know. It was just strange overall.
What were her friends like?
Her friends were, like, Wiccan.
Oh.
Oh, like Wiccan, witches.
Like witches.
Oh.
Yeah, like that's their
So what did they-
religion or whatever.
Oh,
Did they make you dance around a tree? What'd they do? I mean, that was so weird.
They just had a weird vibe to them. Like, they were almost like, like reaching out to me or trying to explain it to me in a weird way. And the game seemed a little bit Wiccan that we were playing.
Did you do any seances?
Ouija board all night.
I mean, honestly, I left after an hour because I was afraid that it was going to like deteriorate into like seances or candles wax being poured on me or something like that.
I know a couple Wiccans, and they don't do that. They mostly just worship trees and stuff. So you might have been prancing around in some leaves or something later on, if that's weird to you. But what kind of games were they playing?
I don't even know what. It was like a weird game, and the dice were, like just weird dice. like the dice were really strange, and like the board looked like a bunch of astrology and fire and stuff like that. Like it was like kind of all over the place.
Were you able to keep up with the games, or were you not even playing? You were just kind of there watching
I didn't
them.
know what the game was. Like it's like like I didn't land on Boardwalk at any point. Like.
Did she prepare you for this at all? Like say, hey, we're going over to game night and it's not going to be anything Parker Brothers style.
No. She just was like, hey, I want to come over to my friends for a game night. And I was a little taken aback, but I was like, sure, I'm game. So like,
yeah.
And I don't even want to say like anything rude about Wiccans if I'm on the radio. Like it just wasn't my thing,
We talked to Sarah. Did she share with you that she's a Wiccan, or is she Wicca? Do you know that?
I mean, I kind of assumed she was based on her friends, like I wouldn't imagine she's like Pentecostal or something like that. You know what I mean?
That would be quite a shock.
Yeah, hardcore Catholic, hanging out with
Jewish.
them all the time.
She's Jewish.
Well, you know what the best way to find out is, Timothy, is just to ask her.
I guess. I mean,
you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that then, because Sarah is actually on the other line and heard everything that you just said.
Oh, my God.
I just want to start off by saying my friends really are wonderful people, and I think...
I feel a little bit, honestly, Sarah, I feel a little bit ambushed by this. Like, I had no idea you were on the other line. And, listen, I don't mean to... I wasn't trying to be judgmental of your friends. It was strange. For someone who is unfamiliar with Wiccan stuff, it was a strange situation to be dropped into.
But Timothy, I think that's just like if they happen to be all Republicans. I mean, would you have this reaction? They didn't impose anything on you. I think that, like a lot of people, when they hear Wiccans or witchcraft, they think, "Oh my gosh, evil," and they're gonna put a spell on me and sacrifice an animal. Which actually, we're so respectful of the environment and animals. And these friends, I met them, and I did start to get into being a Wiccan for a little bit, and then I realized it wasn't for me, but I felt like we had a really great time together up until that. Didn't you feel the same way?
I did. I felt like we were having a good time, but I was weirded out. So you're still friends with them? Because I understand that you're kind of on the offensive here, but it's not like they were bad people, but it would weird out anyone to jump into that. You know what I mean?
Like,
I mean,
no
Sarah,
matter-
yeah, you could warn them maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not like they're weird freaks or whatever, but you could say, hey, just to let you know, this is not the normal everyday kind of game night. It's summer solstice.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you want to say, but maybe
There
let
was
them know.
a full moon that night, and I thought it was a really beautiful symbol of our date, actually. But besides that, it really was just a few friends who happened to be Wiccans that were playing games that aren't the traditional games, and I was so excited for them to meet you. So I really feel like a lot of this is you heard the word Wiccan and just thought the worst or whatever your preconceived notions are, I guess.
Look, there was a little bit of that going into it, but like, you know, like when you hear the word Wiccan and people are a little bit different or whatever, you don't necessarily know what you're getting into. But like, you know, they were nice people. They weren't exactly my cup of tea. I didn't feel comfortable. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm being judged
I
here for
want to
something that.
see you again. I'm not practicing any religion. I'm just really more into meditating and
Okay, Sarah, so you want to go out with Tim again. Tim, would you go out with Sarah again? We will pay for a second date.
I mean,
Oh, come on, Timothy. How can you say, I mean, even after that explanation and that soothing voice?
You're right. You're right. I mean, yeah, we had a good time up until that point. As long as I don't feel like, you know, uncomfortable or there's not any situation like that, I did have fun, you know, and I would like to go on another date.
Perfect.
Yes.
And we will send you guys out again.
Woohoo!
We'll pay for your food.
that's amazing. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. I'm excited to see you again, Timothy.
I'm excited to see you again, too.
Yeah. I'll buy you a couple broomsticks for transportation.
Oh, come on.
It's all good.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Nothing says true love like a bad case of indigestion.
Ew.
Right?
Not what I was thinking, but okay.
A lot of times when people fall in love, it feels like indigestion,
No, it's supposed to feel like butterflies.
irritable bowel syndrome or something. And that's what Johnny is feeling today because Johnny made a big mistake on his first date. At least I think so. What's up, Johnny? How are you?
Man, I'm doing okay. What about yourself?
Oh my God.
Not too bad, but you took your date to a hot wing eating contest?
Ooh, yeah, man. I was told women like activity, so, you know, I took her out.
I gotta say, I would actually think that'd be really fun.
No way.
Yes, I think it'd be really fun. I mean,
my
it's
gosh.
obviously informal. Definitely have something to talk about.
Exactly. I figured it'd be something fun and just see what happens, you know, afterwards.
Okay. What happens afterwards is a long bathroom break. But anyway, what's her name?
Angela.
Okay.
Angela, all right? And where'd you meet Angela?
I met online. It was my first date, man, since my divorce. I worked a lot. I was a little skeptical, so, you know.
And how long ago was the divorce?
11 months ago.
Okay, so you're ready.
I think I am. I
Yeah.
feel I am.
That's awesome. Now, something that's very key in this whole hot wing date thing. Did you surprise her with it, or did you guys agree upon it before you met up for the competition?
I mean, we had talked in general, but it was me surprising her with that.
Okay, I don't know that that's
Okay.
necessarily a good surprise.
Yeah, so you sprung a hot wing eating contest on her.
Wait a minute. Wait. Let me clarify now. She didn't eat. It was just me in the contest. She was just there supporting me.
Wait, hold on. I don't think I understood this when I approved of this whole hot wing date. You were actually participating in the competition? I thought you were just going to, like, watch and it'd be funny.
No, I'm a contestant.
Okay,
oh,
so
my
you
God. And that was a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a spontaneous guy. I hope she would appreciate that.
Oh, my God. I don't know that you have my endorsement anymore. I don't think any woman wants to see a guy shoveling their face with hot wings on a first date.
Well, you don't sound like a fun date. I mean, it is what it is.
All right, so she was there to root you on in a hot wing eating contest. How'd the date go, though?
It was pretty cool. So she met me at the restaurant, and that's when I told her the big news that I was in the contest, hot wing eating contest.
What was her reaction to that big news?
She smiled. I mean, her eyes got a little slightly wide, and she smiled. And we talked a little bit before the contest, and this is where I think I could have goofed up. I think I could have overshared. I told her that I like going commando, that I never wear underwear. I mean, never under any circumstances. Because
when did you let her know that information?
I mean, we were talking. It was, I had 10, 15 minutes before the contest. What? We were talking, and
you have been out of the dating world for a while, haven't you, sir?
Yeah, well, I was married for 7 years. I mean, I hadn't dated in like forever, but
it's just like,
so how does that work? You're like talking. You're like, I gotta go do this contest real quick. I don't wear any underwear. I'll be right back.
No, that's just it. No, we were talking, and some guy bent over, and she saw his crack, and I was like, oh, wow, I don't wear any underwear either. That's how it came up.
Okay.
I just never wear underwear, and I told her, but before I could explain further, they called my name to go up to the contest and start eating.
So I will say, I don't think that the no underwear in general is a turnoff, but maybe the oversharing, and like that just seems like it's so awkward.
Well, you're right. It was awkward. I shared it. It happened. I mean, I had to move on.
Yeah.
Especially when my name got called.
So how
did you move on gracefully and recover, or did the rest of the date seem weird?
Actually, it seemed pretty good. She was cheering me on when I was eating.
Was she, though?
Good.
Like, let's be honest. Was she, like, yelling your name?
She was, like, clapping, like, go, go. She was saying go. She wasn't yelling my name personally, but she was saying go, go. Awesome. She was saying that.
So she got into the actual contest part.
I believe so. I mean, I must be honest. My eyes was blurry. I couldn't see crap because the wings were much harder than I thought.
Uh-huh. And how did you do in the competition?
I mean, I came in second place, but, hey, it was out of 12 people.
Okay, see, if you won that competition, you might have won her heart, her spicy heart. But no, you didn't win.
Hey, but look, the wings were crazy hot. She drank milk with me so I can cool off. I mean, we had good conversation. It was good.
It just really doesn't sound like you're putting your best foot forward on this date.
Oh, I couldn't. I didn't know the wings were going to be that hot. Seriously, I didn't know they were going to be that hot.
All right, well, how did everything end with her?
So we were done. I walked out to her car, and then, I leaned over to try and give her a kiss, and she pushed me away because she said she had to leave to go take care of her grandmother or some relative that was sick. So I walked out, tried to give her a kiss, and she was like, oh, I don't kiss on the first date. I was like, no problem, I respect that. Maybe this next date we have then.
And what
did she agree that she'd say, okay, maybe the next date, or did she just go, yeah, I got to go take care of my sick somebody?
She was like, oh, okay, well, we'll see. She did say we'll see.
Okay, that's kind of flirty. Flirty, we'll see is flirty.
It could go either way. It could be flirty or a letdown.
Don't you think, like, it's your first big date back from being divorced? Don't you think you should just chalk it up to a good learning lesson about not mentioning your underwear or eating a bucket load of hot wings on your first date?
Well, yeah, the date was weird, but it was fun. I mean, maybe I can get a hold to her, and our second date could be more fun, more weird. Hey, I'm ready to try this and do this.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and see if we can get you a more weird, more fun second date right after this, all right?
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Why am I playing this song? Well, because Johnny, who's on the phone for a second date update today, took his first date to a hot wing eating contest. And, Johnny, more that I think about it, I think I figured out why she's not calling you back. You came in second. I bet you she went home with the winner of the hot wing eating contest. Probably has a baby on the way now and everything because you didn't win, man.
Really? So we going, so second place don't get me a second date. Is that
it? Not when it comes to hot wings.
That should be the new slogan, though. Yes.
If you're just joining us, Johnny did take his date to a hot wing eating contest. She cheered him on. He came in second place. He asked for a kiss at the end of the date. She said she doesn't do that on a first date. And then he's been trying to contact her for like 3 weeks now, and she's not getting back to him. So we're about to call her and find out why.
I never heard. What did you like so much about her?
I mean, the fact that she had no idea we were going to a hot wing eating contest, and she was cheering me on, go. I mean, she was cool with everything.
That's pretty awesome.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So she seemed pretty laid back and fun.
Yeah. I mean, not to mention, I think she's beautiful, but,
Those are lovely things to say that I'm hoping we can pass on because I think it's going to be an uphill battle for you. But you got this, Johnny.
I got it.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Angela, please?
This is Angela speaking.
Hi, Angela. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
I'm okay. What, why are you calling me? Who is this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Not helping.
Yeah, it's a radio show.
Why are you calling me?
Well, because we actually got an email about you from one of our listeners.
Somebody emailed you about me?
Yeah, it's somebody that you went out on a date with a little while ago.
What? What? What?
It's a segment that we do on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. A listener of ours named Johnny told us that he went out with you recently.
Oh my God. No.
You obviously remember Johnny.
Johnny also told us that you haven't talked to him in like 3 weeks, so he's wondering what's up.
I was trying to do the fadeaway.
It didn't work.
Can you tell us why you were trying to fade away from Johnny?
Because it was the weirdest date I'd ever been on in my life.
It sounds really strange from what he described to us as well.
Oh, he told you? Oh my God.
He did. He told us how he met up with you and surprised you with a hot wing eating competition that he was participating in.
Yeah. And I didn't know, until we met up at the restaurant that was our date.
Can I just ask you, what was the first thing that went through your head when he told you that he was going to participate in this contest?
Honestly, I was waiting for him to be like, just kidding. But he wasn't kidding.
No, he's a true competitor.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was like a thing, that like people gathered to like cheer people on as they eat.
But you can see, I mean, like, stepping back and having some hindsight, you can see where his mind was. Like, he thought it would be a fun, informal date, like an activity for you guys to do.
Yeah, but like, how are we supposed to get to know each other if he's eating hot wings?
Right. I'm not saying the execution was good. I'm just saying that the intention was good.
It was weird because people knew him. Like,
People knew him.
they were like, oh yeah, Johnny, he's really good. And I was like, really good at what? Like,
So he's known at the bar, or he's known at the hot wing eating competition?
At the hot wing eating competition, like, people were fans. Like, some people had fan T-shirts. It was strange. It was the weirdest thing.
Wait.
T-shirts? Did you say T-shirt?
Yeah, I mean, they were homemade, but like, still.
And it wasn't like his cousins or something.
I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he had like a like page or something.
So are you not calling him back because the pressures of being a celebrity girlfriend would be really hard?
You know what? I was so weirded out by there wasn't the connection that I thought there would be. And I felt bad because like after he was done with the contest, we were trying to sit down and just like connect for the first time face to face. And he had like sauce all over his face and all over his shirt, and he's like snotty because like the spices are making,
And that didn't do it for you?
It was just disgusting. And then I was trying to not make it awkward, but it was already awkward. And he was like, oh, I'm getting so hot. And he took off his hat and he was bald, and I was scared. I was just shocked. I was scared, so I jumped back, and I know he saw me jump back. And I felt so bad. I felt like a bad person.
So you thought he had more hair, too?
Because they didn't look like that in the picture, because he does have hair on the sides. Like, so I thought that it was going to continue, but it didn't.
And it's one of those things, like, just shave the sides, too. If you can't
I
grow
know,
it on the top,
don't trick me. I would have been fine if it was just all bald, and he was, like, proud to be bald, but I felt like I was being tricked.
Okay.
So,
all right, so the whole date was a surprise to you. The hot wing eating competition, and then the fact that he was bald.
right. The whole thing was like a hidden bald head underneath a baseball cap. That's the whole date. That's a good metaphor for how the date was.
Well, I have another hidden bald head for you then, Angela.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, Johnny is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, I'm here, Angela. How are you?
I'm sorry, Johnny.
I had,
sorry.
I had no idea that the JBGers upsetted you.
What?
The Johnny
not
B.
what?
Gooders. My fan club, the Johnny B. Gooders. I didn't know they upset it. Was
Wait.
that a problem?
I'm sorry, stop. Do you have a fan club?
The JBG, yeah. The JBGers.
That's what their shirt said. Oh my goodness, that was a real. Oh my God, JB.
Yeah. So I mean, I was trying to be spontaneous. I wanted you to enjoy yourself. I don't see what the problem was.
You know what, Johnny? It's not a problem. It's just like you would be more of like an acquaintance than a boyfriend. I could not like consider being a girlfriend. That's just not my thing. It's not personal.
So
it's just...
because of the hot wings. So you want to go out on another date and don't do hot wings? We can go do something else.
I mean, I'm not a competitive eater.
I don't. We don't have to eat. I mean, the JBGers won't be there. They won't, so it just.
You sure, Johnny? You don't take them around with you everywhere you go? Because I would if I had a fan club like that.
No. Only at my hot wing. They support me there.
Johnny, how could you have not have mentioned this when we were talking before? Like, you made it sound like this was like a fun, great idea.
It was.
No, this is like a lifestyle for you, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's my thing. This is what I do. I figured it would be good for her to, see what I do. See what kind of man she's getting involved with. Me and the JBGers.
JBG?
That right there is already like too much.
So, Angela, you're trying to tell me there's nothing I can say to make you want to go out with me. What if I cut my hair completely bald? What can I say or do?
Literally, like, I'm just not into a guy with sauce all over his face all the time.
Are you sure, Angela? Because we would like to pay for a second date. Would you go out with Johnny one more time? We will pay for it.
Hey, Angela, before you answer that, you just know a real man is not afraid to cry in front of a woman. And you know I did that in front of you, girl.
What?
Me and the JBG.
You cried?
Me and the JBG?
When did you cry?
Dude, the wings were hotter than I thought. I told you that earlier. Come on.
So obviously it's going to bring tears. Angela, one more date with Johnny.
Oh, my gosh.
Johnny, if you are a very unique and special person and seem really sweet, you're just not the guy for me.
Oh, Johnny.
I'm sorry, man. No second date. It doesn't sound like she's going to go out with you.
Damn, man. Dude, I really tried, man. I can't believe somebody wouldn't want to go out with me because I'm really good at something.
And Johnny, how can you ever really be alone when you have your own fan club? None of us can say that. You have the JBGers.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you know what? You're right, dude. I appreciate the love, man. Just for that, I'm going to bring you to the next contest, and we're going to do this together, bro. Come on, let's do this.
I'll cheer louder than any Johnny B. Gooder for you.
Let's do it.
All right. Give me a T-shirt, man. I'll see you there.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I just want you to know I'm officially a Johnny B. Gooder.
Yeah!
Oh, God, of course you are.
Talking about today's second date update, and everybody texting in at 78592 supports the dude from today's second date update. His name was Johnny, and he wanted to call a girl named Angela. He wasn't getting a call back because he took her to a hot wing eating contest, kind of surprised her with that. And also, she said that he took off his hat and he was balding, and he was surprise bald.
Surprise!
I mean, it's just a lot of shocking things in one date.
Yeah, he's a big competitive eater, I guess, at this bar, and he has a fan club, the Johnny B. Gooders. And she just said his passion for eating things kind of turned her off. She wasn't into him because he just wanted to go eat spicy hot wings all the time and hang out with his fan club.
Yeah, like someone said on the text board, poor guy just wanted to be spontaneous. Maybe a little too spontaneous.
It just shows, guys, don't plan dates, really. Like, don't try to do too much on dates.
That's not
Just
what it shows, Jubal.
go to dinner, keep it normal. Don't try to do too much. No hot wing eating contests.
Okay.
And don't introduce them to your fan club until at least date number 3.
Yes, that's for sure.
And remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
The only
Do you think landscapers are good at manscaping? Good question. I don't know, but I do know somebody who might know. Her name is Olivia, and she's on the phone right now for a second date. What? And apparently she went out with her landscaper. So we're going to answer that age-old question in a moment, hopefully. What's up? What's up, Olivia?
Hey, how are you guys?
Oh, man,
all right. How are you?
It set you up to really be the...
I thought she was the manscaper.
What would you call it? The critic of the hedges? I don't know.
Olivia, you hold all the knowledge when it comes to landscapers and manscaping, and we're going to ask you that question in a second. Hopefully you know it. I don't know how your date went, but your email said that you went out with your landscaper?
Yeah, I actually hired this new company to do my landscaping, and when Austin is his name, when he showed up, I was like a little, pleasantly shocked.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like a bad romance novel come to life, is what it sounds like.
I know. It's like so cliche. It really is. But he was young and so good looking, like just like muscles and oh my gosh.
Oh my God, you're getting hot right now. How much younger is he?
I would say he's at least 5 years younger than me. We never really talked about his age, but...
Okay.
Not crazy younger, though. It's not like you're 50 and he's like
No.
18.
No. He's definitely a man, like, for sure.
A man through and through.
She can barely say that. Oh,
So-
a man.
How did you end up getting a date with him? Did you hit on him while he was working on your house or you hit him up later?
No, I did. I kept staring at him from my window, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Creepy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like total stalker or something. But he was getting hot, like literally and physically. And I was like, I was just inviting him in for a drink.
Of course.
It's hot out here. You want some lemonade? You want oh boy, how did my top fall off? That's unfortunate. I got to learn to button buttons better. Is that what you're talking about?
It wasn't lemonade. It was Sprite. Totally different.
Oh,
Yeah. One's carbonated, one's not.
Okay, so anyway, he came in and flirting led to him literally.
Wait, what? Hold up. First day on the job, you hooked up with a landscaper?
I did. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I
Man,
did.
you've got some...
This is an adult film now.
Yeah. I'm in the wrong line of work, too. So is this the date then, or did you guys go out?
No, he left, but before he left, he was like, hey, you should come hang out at this bar. You know, I'm going to hang out with my buddies, but you can come by and we'll play pool. I was like, why not? So later that night, I met him at the bar.
Oh,
Okay.
so you guys did have hangout time.
Yes. We played pool. His buddies were there. They were really cool.
How did he introduce you?
He just said, this is Olivia. I mean, there was no pretense or just kind of like, oh, we're hanging out.
I was wondering if he put you in like the client box or if he put you in the friend box.
I think it was like the friend box.
Okay.
Yeah, you just said Olivia.
Okay. So you hung out with him at the bar, and did you like him as a person too, and not just a piece of landscape meat?
Well, I mean, yeah, he was cool. Like, it was just really casual and fun, like kind of like adventurous. Like, I never do this, but I was like, why not? But then he disappeared. Like, we're having fun, couple drinks in, buddies were really cool, like I said, but I was like, where did he go? Like, where's Austin? And they had like, I don't know. And I didn't want to be like uncool, like I'm the old lady here hanging out. So I just kind of like sat back and thought, okay, he'll come back. Half an hour later, no sign of him. I have no idea where he went.
So he just ditched out? Did you text him?
So I texted him and nothing.
Nothing. You haven't heard anything from him since then?
No.
So wait, why are we calling him though? Because I feel like you should just chalk this up to like, awesome, lived out a fantasy, let's move on with life.
I kind of want to do it. I don't know.
You want more? You want more of Austin? That's fine. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Why not just book a regular like Tuesday for Austin to come by your house and do the art and you?
Oh my God, I totally thought about that. But I'm like, that's just embarrassing. Like, no, I can't.
Yeah,
no.
that's desperate.
Okay.
That's creepy.
You're like
Right.
paying him now?
Yeah, exactly. Can you just come hang out in my yard so I can stare at you through the window?
Do you have any idea why he would have ditched you?
No, I think something's happened and maybe he's embarrassed or I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then get your second date or ditch.
Okay.
Oh my, would you look at that? My shrubbery is getting long. And there are just leaves piled throughout this yard.
Oh,
Why, I wish I could get someone to come over here and blow those leaves out and maybe trim my shrubbery.
Did somebody call a landscaper? Sorry if my leaf blower was a little too loud there, ma'am.
Oh my, well, you did startle me with it. But
Might you be able to work on my weeds, too?
Yes, I can, ma'am. Oops. Looks like I trimmed a little too close and I just weed whacked your pants off.
Oh, dear, it looks like you did. How are we going to handle this situation?
I got an idea.
I got an idea, too.
Is that another weed whacker, or was that them making out at the end?
I think that was them making out. I'm not sure,
Okay.
but that is play-by-play of Olivia's first date. She's on the phone for a second date, and she wants to call a dude named Austin. Austin is a landscaper. He showed up to work on her yard, and she had very lustful eyes
Oh, man.
and invited him in for soda, and then they hooked up. They also made plans to go out later that night to a bar, and she showed up to the bar. He was there with his friends, but at a certain point, he just disappeared, and she hasn't heard a word from him. So we're about to get him on the phone and find out what happened. You ready to go, Olivia?
I'm ready.
Oh, God.
my.
Yeah, after that reenactment, she's got to be ready. It's like you lived it all over again, didn't
Yeah.
you, Olivia?
Yeah. A little bit.
What's the worst possible scenario right now?
They didn't like me, that he just was like, just changed his mind.
Yeah, maybe he thought it was cool when you guys hooked up, and then he had to hang out with you at the bar, and maybe he just didn't click with you.
Yeah, but that's so low to just leave. I hate that.
All right, well, let's find out. I'm going to call him right now and see if we can get your answer. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Austin, please?
Yeah, speaking.
Austin, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Brooke and what?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio show.
Okay. I kind of don't listen to the radio, so I've never heard of you guys. Sorry. But
No, it's all good, man. I'm calling you today, though, because we actually got an email into our show about you.
What?
Yeah.
Weird, I know.
It's a segment we do on our show. It's called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off, they can email us, and we'll get that person on the phone and hopefully find out why they're not calling them back. And you recently met a woman named Olivia.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay, wait a minute. She emailed you about me and her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She told us about how you came over to work on her house because you do landscaping, right?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, apparently you do more than that.
Yeah, we
Full
heard,
service.
What?
We heard you are hot.
Yeah.
Look, but like, why would she call the radio show?
I don't know, because she wants to see you again.
Yeah.
She said she really enjoyed your initial experience with her when you came over to work on her house, and then she said she liked hanging out with you at the bar, but you just disappeared, and she hasn't heard from you.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't get why she would want to make this business public.
She needs our
I don't think that she's ashamed by any of it.
Okay, no. That's not what I mean.
What do you mean?
I mean, I just don't know why she would want that out there. But all right.
Sounds like it was fun.
I mean, it was until we were at the bar later on, and we were shooting some pool, and I went to go get some another round of drinks, and this guy comes up to me. Never seen this guy before in my life.
Okay.
But he bows up on me, and he says, "I know you slept with my wife."
Wait, what?
Wife?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. This guy says that he followed her to the bar from the house, saw her hanging out with me, knew that something had happened.
Whoa.
And, like, I was, like, I was questioning it. Like, is this guy messing with me? So I asked him some questions. I asked him a little bit about the house. He knew everything about the house. He knew everything about the lawn. No. And I...
Wow.
But that's...
So
That is
you
really
think
weird.
Olivia is married?
Yeah.
So why would she call us? I now have the same questions that you do.
Yeah, why would she want this out there? What the?
And that's what I'm saying. I have no idea why she would want this out in public unless she, I don't know.
But there's got to be more to the story because she would have seen, if she is in fact married, I don't know for sure that I even believe that yet. If she is married, she would have seen her husband at the bar talking to you.
Thing is, the pool is in its own area in the bar, so it's like in another room. So she might not have actually seen him.
That would be
Oh, wow.
so weird for him to just approach you and not approach her. Like, what kind of self-control do you have to have?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he did, but he was basically just talking to me, and he threatened me. He basically said, you're not seeing her anymore. You're not talking to her.
What?
He basically said that I couldn't landscape at the place anymore.
Oh, damn. You lost a client, too.
After all that, I don't want to get any more trouble with my job, so I took off. I was out.
Yeah, understandable.
But why didn't you respond to her text messages like, hey, I'm not writing back because you have a husband?
I'm not getting in the middle of that. Again, I didn't mean to get in the middle of it in the first place, but after I met the guy, it's like, no, I'm not going to be texting with his wife.
But she can't be.
Austin.
I feel like she can't be married if she's willing to do a second date with us and everything else.
There's got to be more to the story.
I don't know.
I know who does know. It's Olivia, and she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
We want to talk to her.
Unless she's hung up.
What?
Olivia, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What are you doing?
I'm not married.
Really?
I don't know what you're talking about or who you're talking about.
Are you 100% sure?
Are you sure?
I mean, yeah, I'm not married. Why would I call them? If I were married, that would be stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty stupid unless you think you're getting away with it. I mean, your husband knows.
I don't have a husband. I'm not married.
Okay, wait, are you divorced? Do you have a crazy ex-boyfriend?
Have you hooked up with anyone else?
I don't know who this guy is.
But he knew everything about you.
In the house.
This dude is 5'10". He's got brown hair. He was wearing a plaid shirt. He's got a tattoo on the forearm.
Does it say Olivia?
Literally, you're describing every guy at the bar. I mean, that's like, I'm not married. I have no idea.
Well, I don't know. It just seemed legit to me.
Look, Austin, didn't we have a good time? I mean, that's what you should be thinking about. It was good, right?
That part of it, yeah, but your husband also saw that too.
What?
What?
He saw? He was watching.
What?
When he was talking to me at the bar, he said, "I saw what you did."
How could he see?
Apparently, they got some sort of drop cam in the house, and he saw it.
Olivia, are you married?
He set up a camera?
What do you mean he set up a camera? It sounds like you know something, Olivia.
Yeah, who's he?
No, I mean, that's not what I meant.
You are lying.
You're married.
No.
You are cheating on your husband.
I just meant, who's going to set up a camera in general? I mean, he set up a camera? Who does that? That's what I meant.
Okay, it sounds, Olivia, like you just slipped. That's what it sounds like.
And how dare you put Austin in that position?
And us.
It's not what you think. It's complicated.
Oh, is it? Okay, so now things are starting to come out a little bit because you misspoke there.
You cheater.
Olivia.
Oh, man.
Don't try to paint me as this bad person. You don't know me.
Oh.
Okay, but we don't know you.
Yeah, but
because we thought you were just single, living in a house, hooking up with the landscaper, and we find out that you have a husband.
You have no idea what my life is like, and it's complicated. There's more to the story.
Well, don't bring other people into your mess. Keep your mess to yourself if it's that complicated.
You know what? If you were in my shoes, you would have done the same thing.
Okay, so now you're admitting it. You have a husband.
No.
Get a divorce.
You just said you would have done the same thing, which means that you cheated on your husband with Austin.
No, that I slept with a hot guy is what I'm saying.
While married.
Yeah.
I'm not playing your stupid games anymore. This is over.
Oh, my God.
Hello?
Wow.
Hey, Austin.
I am sorry,
Wow.
Austin. I am sorry for doubting your story.
Sounds like she's sure married, and that dude you talked to was her husband.
Listen, I'm usually all for that kind of stuff, but I don't.
Austin, don't say that.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Oh, that is crazy.
The thing is, Austin, you think about it, there's videotape of you out there now.
Oh, see, I just don't want to get in trouble with my job. That's the thing. And if my boss found out that I did that again, then he'd be totally upset.
Again, Austin.
Oh,
Yeah, man. I think you maybe have learned your lesson now.
Yeah.
Lincoln South Food Hall in Bellevue. Fitness for foodies. From carb-loving meat eaters to vegan and everything in between, we've got you covered. Grab a quick lunch or come for happy hour. You'll leave craving more. Order online at LincolnSFH.com. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
In the dating world, everybody has their techniques for finding out if the person you're going on a date with is crazy or not.
Yeah.
Little tests. Like, I invite everybody I've been on a date with on a robbery spree. If they say no, obviously they're crazy. If they say yes, let's have a good time. It's kind of how I do it. But Kyle, who's on the phone today for a second date update, apparently has a different, more boring method, I think.
Better.
We'll find out about that in just a second. But first, Kyle, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad. So before we get into your little technique on how you find out if a girl is crazy or not, where'd you meet the girl you want to call today? What's her name?
Her name's Virginia, but she also goes by Ginny.
Okay.
And met her on Tinder.
All right.
Well, there you go. Crazy.
That's not what. Then he would also be crazy. If
That's-
everyone on Tinder's crazy, then they're all dating crazies dating
I
crazies.
think that's what's happening right now.
Well, that's fine.
All right. So you said in your email that you have like a standard first date that's kind of a test for people you go out with. What did you guys do?
Yeah, so we went to coffee, and some people might think that's kind of boring, but I think you can tell a lot by what someone orders for coffee. And if it's like a grande iced sugar-free vanilla latte with soy, they're probably a high-maintenance person. I mean, maybe they're lactose intolerant, but
So wait, you're you're judging people based on their coffee drinks?
a little bit, yeah. I think you can get a good read for personality. Like,
Okay.
Oh, I think you can. I mean, anytime I've been at a coffee place and there's someone just arguing about like it's not 124.5 degrees, I'm like, that person is way too high strung.
I want to know what the best coffee drink a date can order in your mind.
just coffee. Just a hot coffee.
Okay.
You
Just
don't
shows
think
low
that means
maintenance,
that
I guess?
they're boring or basic?
I mean, you could do whatever you want with it at the little prep bar, but that's your own prerogative.
I just don't understand. If you're just getting coffee, why go to a coffee shop? You can make that at home.
Well, it's fun. I mean, I don't think many people get asked to coffee dates anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
About the environment, right?
I'm guessing Virginia, who you went on a date with, passed your test because you want to call her for another date?
Yeah, she just got a regular latte.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh,
sexy.
that's more than just coffee. I thought you were talking just black. Okay.
And how was your actual date with her?
It was fun. Another thing I did, I bought 2 little bottles of Bailey's for us and brought it to the coffee place.
What? So wait,
Okay.
you're going to a coffee shop and trying to still get drunk?
That's awesome. I like
It's
that.
not. Just go to a bar. I don't understand you.
No, because the bar doesn't have good coffee. At least go to a coffee shop. You know, you get the best of both.
All right. The alcoholic in the room knows what it's up.
Yeah, I know what's up.
So did you guys drink the Baileys or?
Yeah, she actually wanted some,
Okay.
which, I mean, that's a good clue.
Okay.
And everything went well, and we were discussing what we like, our hobbies and everything, and I actually have something in common with her grandpa. I collect campaign buttons from all over the world.
Really?
And, yeah. And I was like, I'd love to see his, and
Wow.
she wanted
Wow.
to see mine.
Is that the reason you want to
Yeah.
call her? Is you just want to meet her grandpa so you guys can compare campaign buttons?
Yeah, I'm using her for a grandpa. I actually have one of Fidel Castro from way back when in like the early 50s.
Is that your most prized button?
It is.
Cool. Is it worth a lot of money?
I have no idea. I haven't checked that out.
It's priceless.
You're not doing it for the money, you're doing
Yeah.
it for the love. I get
Okay.
it.
They actually don't allow Castro's face on any pins in Cuba, so it's pretty rare to find one, and I have one.
That's cool.
I know, right? I mean, how many people do you know that have Fidel Castro campaign buttons?
You're the only one.
Yeah. I don't know many Fidel Castro fans, so
Well, I'm not saying I'm a fan. I'm
Okay.
just, I have his button.
That turn her on?
Did that turn around?
You know, it could have. She wanted to come over and see it.
Oh, she
she
did.
went to your house after the coffee date?
We did, yes.
Wow.
Okay, so things were going real well. How was that?
I mean, this is where it gets kind of wonky for me. She was at my place, and she hadn't been checking her phone or anything when we were getting coffee, but then she was just pretty much always on her phone when she was at my place, and I was like, is everything okay? And she said a friend of hers was having a meltdown, and that she needed to go and would like to reschedule the whole Castro viewing. But It's now been over a week, and I'm only getting kind of short, cold texts back, and that's why I'm here. I'd like your help figuring out what to do next.
What was your sense on the meltdown? Was it an excuse, or did you believe her?
I couldn't really get a read for it.
Okay.
Yeah, but the fact that she's not really being responsive to you sounds
Right.
like she might have just used an excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of a classic one, too.
Yeah, can you think of anything weird that happened?
No, other than everything that she was already down to do.
You don't have any other strange collections in your house, right?
Little collection of dust, but
Okay. I think that's okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll try to figure it out. We'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date update, okay?
Great, thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, a lot of guys will try to impress girls they're on a date with their car or their nice Rolex watch, but not Kyle, who's on the phone for a second date update today. He tries to impress women with his vintage political campaign buttons. He's crushing it at retirement homes for sure. And that's exactly what happened on his first date. He met a girl named Virginia on Tinder. They went out for coffee and then went back to his place because he brought up during his date that he collects vintage political campaign buttons. And she said, oh, my grandpa does too. And so he wanted to show her some of his. They went to his place. Then she said she had an emergency and had to leave, and he hasn't really heard from her since. So we're going to try to get her on the phone and find out why.
And for the record, if it's the political campaign buttons that turned her off, she's lame. Like, it's cool when people have really interesting, quirky hobbies.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm on your side. That's all I'm saying.
If you guys want to ever come by and see them yourself, I'm happy to let you in and show you around.
Yeah.
I support you, but not that much, maybe.
Tweet me. Maybe I'll hit you
Okay.
back. All right. I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Virginia, please?
This is she.
Hey, Virginia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who did you say that you were?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. Have you ever heard it?
No.
Okay. You got any friends that have heard it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
You ever Google it? No, probably not. Okay, I'll just get to the point. It's a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, and we got an email about you from somebody who does listen to the show.
Wait, what? You got an email about me?
Yes, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after or wanting to see them again, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. So we got an email about you from a dude named Kyle.
What the hell?
I know, that's what I said, right? The hell?
I don't understand what's happening.
So Kyle emailed us because he told us about your date. He said that he really enjoyed going out with you, but now it's pretty obvious that you don't want to see him again. And he wanted us to talk to you and see if we can find out why. Does that make sense now?
Yeah, this is just like really weird.
You mind telling us about your date?
I don't really know what to say.
It sounded like, I mean, from his description, that you guys really hit it off at coffee and that you went back to his place, which is always a good sign that you were interested to some degree during the date.
Yeah, how do I put this? He's the kind of guy that, like, you think he's one way, but then you find out that he's just a completely different person.
Okay. Can you explain in a little more detail for us? He sounds like a pretty mild-mannered guy. I mean, he said he collects political campaign buttons.
Yeah.
You don't usually call those guys wild and crazy, you know what I mean?
Maybe just start with, like, what you thought he was to begin with.
I don't know. I thought he was like a normal, nice guy. Maybe I should have picked up on there were signs. Like, he brought, like, airplane alcohol bottles to a coffee shop. I thought he was trying to be, like, fun, but it was, I guess that's a red flag, probably. I should have noticed.
Oh, I thought that was
cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you drink a lot in your life, Jose, so maybe it is a red flag if you don't want to date a heavy drinker.
Touche.
Yeah, that was, like, I guess the first weird thing. But we went back to his place, and I had to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to his bathroom, and there was a syringe just, like, laying out on the counter.
Wait.
And then I walked by his bedroom on the way back, and there was another syringe on his bedside table.
Okay. So you think that he's a bit of a partier?
Yeah, and then we were looking at this button collection that he has, which was cool, but then there was, like, a knock at the door, And he went to answer it, and this guy was there, and they like barely said hello to each other. The guy just like handed him a bag, and he was like, "Cool, thanks, man." And then he closed the door.
What?
Huh.
So this guy, you think he's in? Whoa.
So is that what you're saying? You're saying that you think Kyle is like a big drug user, or?
I don't know. I don't know what he's into, but it was clear to me that he was into some obviously bad stuff, and so I just like faked a conversation with my friend.
Okay. It's a pretty big jump, though, that you're making.
I'm just saying, look at the evidence. And if he's like dealing with some issues or something, that's his own battle, but it's not something I personally want to get involved in, you know what I mean?
Oh, you're not into doing heroin on a first date?
Bailey's and heroin.
Jeez. What a prude.
Yeah, no.
No. All right. Well, wouldn't you like to find out what all that stuff was about?
Not really. I mean, I feel like my instincts are pretty dead on.
Think about it, though. If he was a drug dealer, he wouldn't contact us.
I don't know that.
Yeah, and I don't know that either because there's a lot of people who listen to the show that do drugs and are drug dealers, so they probably could contact us. But I was going to say, Virginia, the best way to find out is probably just to ask him, and he's actually on the phone listening and wants to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to him.
Okay, it's a little too late. Kyle, are you there?
Yeah, hi. This has been a huge misunderstanding.
Okay.
The syringes are for insulin. I'm a diabetic.
Oh, sure.
Are you serious? I mean, I can't believe you thought I was a drug addict.
There were syringes in like multiple places around your apartment, and a guy came to your door that you barely spoke to.
The knock at the door was an Amazon delivery, and I'm not going to talk with him and get to know him.
I didn't even think of an Amazon guy dropping off stuff. I automatically thought some dude was dropping off drugs to you.
Wait, what about you had like cleaning products like all over your apartment, and I went home and I Googled that, and it said that sometimes like drug dealers use cleaning products to like make their stuff or whatever.
No. I cleaned my house earlier that day from like top to bottom. I just didn't put them away.
That's a big assumption to go from cleaning products to meth lab.
Well, I wouldn't have started there, but there's like 10 other signs. There's just too many red flags, Kyle. Like, I'm not buying it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you still don't believe him?
Like, you brought alcohol to a coffee date. Like, what? You can't get through your day without...
I can very much get through my day. That was just to, have some fun on a coffee date. You gotta believe me. This is crazy. I'm not Walter White.
I'm not trying to judge you at all or your lifestyle, but, like, I watch a lot of documentaries. I just feel like I know my instincts are right here.
If he could produce like a medical card that says that he is diabetic, would that be good enough for you?
I don't need to produce a medical card to be believed. You just got to trust me. I mean, I'm a diabetic.
I don't have to trust you, and I really honestly don't trust you. Like, I've seen it a million times. You like lure me into your apartment, you get me high on drugs, you like try and sell me out to prostitution.
Wow.
What?
Damn, Kyle. I had no idea you were into so many. You're really like a drug dealer. You're human trafficking. You're doing all that.
I'm not.
I thought you were just like an innocent dude who wanted coffee and likes to collect buttons. But
this is insane.
Damn, I was wrong.
Women that don't read the room can like get involved in some messed up stuff. I'm not interested.
But Virginia, I mean, come on. You've watched too many true crime documentaries. Like, on this case, I think, why would he contact us if he was ready to do all this illegal, shady stuff? He'd be a horrible criminal who would have gotten caught already.
I don't know, but I'm sure it'll make a really interesting documentary, and I'm not interested in being a part of it.
This is crazy. I don't know what else I could have done. I mean, I'm a diabetic.
Have you ever done hard drugs before, Kyle?
Not.
Look at that pause.
Yeah, now I'm pretty sure she's right.
You could drive a truck through that pause.
Oh my God.
Virginia, would you like to go on a second date with Kyle? We'll pay for it.
Absolutely not. No.
No.
I'm not getting a second date because she thinks I'm a drug dealer?
Yeah, a drug dealer who's going to get her high and prostitute her. Kyle?
I'm a diabetic who likes collecting campaign buttons. Is that risky?
I'm not buying it, dude. You better start covering your tracks more if you're going to try and pick up some chicks on the street and sell them out.
Yeah, sounds like a perfect front to me, Kyle.
What?
Dude,
I'm
we're
sorry,
all going to
man.
be sorry when we see his mugshot one day, though.
Look, maybe everything you're saying is true. Maybe you are a diabetic and they were just cleaning products, but I'm just not willing to take that risk with my life. Like, this is it's my life.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
All right.
Good luck hiding under your blanket at home.
Okay. Well, Kyle, Sorry, no second date, but it sounds like actually you might want to be thankful about that.
Wow.
All right, can I go now?
Yeah, go now. Be safe.
Yeah, run.
It's dangerous out there. We'll see you later, Virginia.
Bye.
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
I didn't not expect it to go down like that, man. I'm sorry.
I guess I need to hide my syringes better.
Yeah, hide your syringes better. I remember you said earlier we could come check out your campaign button collection.
Yeah.
Now that we know a little more about you, I'm more interested in coming over to check out the other stuff you got lying around.
Oh,
Okay,
come on.
hit me up.
Jubal wants it.
Yeah,
Yeah, come on down. I'll give you the big drug tour.
yeah. You can tell he's totally a drug addict. I'll give you the big drug tour.